What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? It is Fantasy Football Eve. Sorry for this being so late. I've just been trying to get this thing set up all day, and I got like 9 things going. But we're set. We're ready to go for tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this. But this is for the guys that are in fantasy. This is the league setup. It's done. There are 16 teams, as you guys all see up there. Some of you may have changed your names along the way. I'll update those kind of as we go. I didn't do any of that yet. Just been trying to get the league set up and done. So yeah, draft is set for tomorrow at 9:30. I've got it set for 9:30. I moved it a hair up just a touch to help some guys on the West Coast, a couple guys on the East Coast too. We're asking, so 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific is the time for the draft. Top 5 spots pay in this league, as well as the Flex Award that we're running for Derrick Henry, the frame 16 by 20 Derrick Henry at the end. Basically, what that is just taking the flex score from every team across the board all season long, including the playoffs, the 3 weeks of playoffs, and totaling up whoever has the highest total at the end of the year based on the flex spot only. Yeah, the frame is yours. So this is just a real quick summary to go over the league, just to show changes and whatnot that happened from last year to this year. The edge rusher is no longer there. That is weird. I can't figure the position out. So I took EDR out. So that's the big one. But I did make a couple small changes today, nothing major. But we're going to go through all that right now. So again, this is just more of an informative video. I do have a break that's up and filling the site. If anybody wants to, we can break something tonight. If not, no worries. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 pre for the draft, and then yeah, 9:30. Like I said, draft kicks off at 9:30 Eastern time. So that's the plan for tomorrow. But all right, so let's go through the league. It is the Delta flight to Inglewood. We're playing the Delta variant. It's going to let us get to Inglewood for the Super Bowl, hence the name. There are 16 of us in the league, as all listed on that sheet before us. We are head-to-head points, PPR. We do league managers. Obviously, this is a private league. We are snake style draft, 60 seconds per pick. That's down from the 90 that is typical with ESPN, just because we have so many picks. There's 24 rounds, so there'll be 24 rounds counting bench. So yeah, I decided to go 60 seconds per pick. So roster size is there at 24. It's 17 starters, 7 on the bench, 2 for IR. Again, that's just for COVID. Everything has pretty much stayed the same. Again, the only change was in the offense. We have 1 quarterback, 1 running back. We had 2 last year, and then I did the running back wide receiver position instead, just because there will be a shortage of running backs, or there's a lot of teams that are going to run dual and triple back sets this year. And the starters, you have your backups are just as good as your starters in some instances with teams. So it just varies. 2 wide out, the tight end position, the flex position, of course, there. And then, like I said, what makes us separate from everything else is that we play defense. I like defensive positions, so we do the defense. 1 defensive tackle, defensive end, linebacker, defensive line, cornerback, safety, defensive back, and then your defensive players. So all of those are available. They are important. They will give you a win or could cost you a win at some point during the year. Defense wins championships. Team D, just like always. Place kicker, like always. That stays the same. Again, 7 to the bench, 2 on IR. Scrolling back here, so standard scoring. I'm just going to kind of rip through this real quick. Point 0.5. Every 10 completions is a point. Every touchdown's 4. Every 50-yard you get a 2. Every pick is -2. 2-point conversions are 2. 400-yard passing games are 2. Rushing rushing yards are 0.1 per. Every six points per TD. You get a 40. If you run a 40-yard rushing TD, it's a 2-point bonus. 50-yarder is 3. 2-point is 2. A 200+ rushing yard game will get you an extra 2 points as well. And receiving 0.1 like standard. Each reception's a point. Touchdowns are 6. 50-yard touchdown bonus is 1. 2-point conversion. It's 2, and then 200-yard receiving game is also 2. So yeah, your bigs are 400 passing, 2 rushing, 200-yard rushing, 200-yard receiving. Those are your bonus tiers for stats, or for your position players. PATs are 1, field goals missed are -1, 0 to 39 you get 3, 40 to 49, 450 to 59, 5. 60+ is a 7. I did increase that by 1. versus ESPN standard scoring because it rarely happens and you deserve the extra point. Team defense, kickoff returns or touchdowns, kickoff, punt, interception, fumble, all for 6, or block field goal or punt, return for touchdown, all 6. 2-point returns are 2. Safeties are 1. Each sack is 1. Total tackles is 0. Block, punt, point after or field goal block is 2. Each interception is 0, or each interception is 2, excuse me. Each fumble recovery is 2. Safeties are 2. Forced fumbles are 1. Defensive points will be 0 points allowed is 5. 1 to 6 is 4. 7 to 13 3. 14 to 17 1. And then I did the gap. 28 to 34, you get the -1. 35 to 45, -3, and 46 plus the old -5. So basically, if you're going to start a defense against Kansas City or Buffalo this year, probably not a good idea based on that. Less than 100 yards total allowed, you get 5. Under 199 is 3. Under 299 is 2. 350 to 400 basically is -1. 4 to 450 is -3. 450 to 5 is -5. 5 to 550 is -6, and finally 550 plus. Yeah, you get a 7 dinger on that if you allow 550. So again, defenses are important. Kickoff returns are 6, punt returns are 6, fumbles recovery for touchdowns are 6, fumbles lost are -2, and usually that's running back quarterback position. Interception return TDs are 6, fumble recovery TDs are 6. Blocks are 6. Once again, this is just miscellaneous. 2-point returns are 2. It's like everything that's over here. It's the same thing. Why they put in the miscellaneous pile? That don't make any sense. Okay. Defensive players. All right, here we go. This is where it counts. So each sack is 2. Total tackles are 1. So you get 1 point per tackle. Last year it was you would get 3 points per 3 tackles, but you had to achieve the 3 tackle threshold to get it. So if you had if you had a guy with 2.5 tackles, you would get 0 points. No points allotted. So that we changed that up this year. So for every tackle you get point, half tackles or half point, yada yada yada. All right, block, punt, field goal, or point after is 2. Each interception is 2. Fumble recoveries are 2. Forced fumbles are 2. And safeties are 2. Divisions are set as there versus team names. We're going to use the undroppable players list. So basically, if you've got one of the top 25 guys and you draft them, you can't drop them. Cannot drop them. It's why we have the injured reserve spots just in case. But you cannot drop these guys. So lineup changes will lock individually at scheduled game time. That stays the same. Waivers are the same. I have a 1-day period on waivers. That's it. There is no season acquisition limit. Some guys will do limits on their leagues just to do acquisitions. I don't do any of that. Get as many as you want, man. Play the waivers. That's how it works. The order will reset each week to the inverse order of the standings is how it works. So trade limits are none. Trade deadline is December 1st at noon. That's the trade deadline in the NFL. So we're going to observe the same thing. It's what standard leagues go by as well. The trade review period is 1 day, and there's 6 votes required to veto a trade. We don't get into too much vetoing trades. Nobody tanks. There's too much on the line, and the respect factor alone will get you not to tank in this league. So no keepers. I don't have keepers set up. If anybody'd like to change this and use keepers, we can. I'm good with that. All right, so here's where a couple of changes did take place. All right, so the start of regular season is week 1, like always. It's 1 week per matchup. There are 14 regular season matchups. Playoffs are 3 weeks. That's a total of 17. Yes, I know there's an 18-week season. I've eliminated week 18 this year. I've completely taken it out. Just only because you have guys that sick, guys that don't want to, players that don't want to, their coaches don't want them to get injured. They'll sit them for the final game. Playoff spot is locked. Division's locked up. Conference is locked up. Whatever. For any reason. I don't want anybody's championship or, money to depend on whether or not a player's playing or not. So, and that shit kind of sucks. So for that purpose, yeah, we're going to run 14 weeks of regular and then 3 weeks of playoffs. There's 8 playoff teams in the bracket. It's 1 week per matchup, so it takes us basically 8-4-2, and then we have a champion after 2. The seeding tiebreaker is the total points for, so it's total points scored off the year, and this is important. I don't know how important it's going to be, but I had to give some advantage to teams that play home field. So basically, like the way that if it's an 8 playoff team matchup, you're going to have 1 through 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4, 5. That's how the seedings will go. And then the consolation brackets will be the same way, 9 through 16, 10 through 15, 14, 11, and so on. Each home team will get a 3-point bonus. I figured 3 was fair. I didn't want to make it like ridiculously decisive. Evidently, if you go in there and change settings, you can give home teams up to like 25 points. It's ridiculous. But 3 points is fair. That's a 3-point advantage for taking home field. You definitely should get something for having home field in the playoffs. I think so. I've never done it before, but I think 3 is fair. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, the summary of everything. Like I said, the big changes from last year to this year is we did lose one offensive spot, and we originally had gained a defensive spot, but that got taken away because the whole edge rusher thing. So I did put the cornerback in for this year. I don't think we've ever done cornerbacks. But so we're at 24. Like I said, rosters are at 24. Draft is set for tomorrow at 9:30. The order will randomize 1 hour prior, so 8:30 while we're live. Basically, like I said, I will be live punctually at 8 tomorrow night. I will be live at 8, 100% tomorrow night's fantasy. I have draft at 7, so I'll be just finishing that draft up by the time I go live. So I'll be already sitting here ready to go. But yeah, so we're gonna randomize 1 hour prior, so we'll be live when the order pops up, so I can spit it in the room or whatever. If you guys haven't paid, you can. There's a SKU on the website. Otherwise, I can do Cash App, Venmo, or Cash App, Zelle, or Google Pay. I can do any of those for payment if you haven't already. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. The division's lined up like this, basically. Yeah, we have East and West. So Griffin cooking for his cousins. That's me. Zeke, that's Brian. COVID-19 O Delta variant. I don't know. See, I don't know who the team. That's Schiff. Here we go. Halo Fires, obviously Haley. Doc Holiday put his name up in there so we know who he is. Dan is Carnal de Sinaloa. Chester Copperpot, dude, I love that, man. You guys got some good names, man. Oh, Goon over there, that's Kid Capone. Scamp's back, Campoli. Oh, Scamp, Lee Campoli, there he is. Smash Mouth is Chris S. Team Lautner is Fandom. I'm sure Fandom will change his name before it's all said and done. Right here, Orange Crush. Dale's always the Orange Crush. Uncle Todd there is Todd. Lent Bishop Sycamore. Mr. Aaron Trimmer. Dude, Bishop Sycamore, I'm telling you, man. It's a great joke to run with. Chris Albert's right there in spot 14. Rookie of the Year, James Napier. He will be the ROI. He's trying to be. And Mr. Mark Cowles down there at the bottom. You guys are my guys. So, yeah, this is our setup here. Like I said, edge rusher, I deleted that. Thanks to Brian. And Brian, shouts to you, man, for pointing that out to me. I don't know what's up. I don't even know why they have it there. If you can't put anybody in the spot, it doesn't make any sense. I want to do a stupid league like with 4 teams, and do a fake draft just to see what you could do with the edge rusher spot. But I ain't had time, so I haven't done it. But yeah, so this is pretty much it. If anybody's got any questions, message me. But yeah, it's a complex, simple league. Like I said, we have some fun. We'll get to this sheet at some point down the road. That's our final standing sheet. And again, the flex spot, very important. So keep track of your flexes all year long. And playoffs, we're going to tally that flex spot up for everybody's team. And whoever's at the end with the highest total, yeah, that Derrick Henry 16 by 20 frame. It was the last one from the last frame series. But that guy is yours. So, yeah, and so you very well could be the league champion and have the highest flex total, or a guy in ninth place could have the flex total highest for the year. And so that's what I think is kind of cool about it. It'll make you, adds a little intriguement to the lineups this year. It makes the flex a little more important. But that's what it's there for. Kind of something a little fun. Like I say, you guys know me. I'll throw stuff in along the way. I'm just excited to have fun with the league this year. I can't wait. So yeah, week 18. I said it's up for debate. Week 18 is gone. We will not use week 18 this year in the playoffs. So yeah, just 14. Which 14 games for the regular season is enough. I'm one of those people where, look, if you didn't get it done in 14, the week 15 wouldn't have made a shit of a difference. So we're going to run that 14 weeker, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, but everybody get ready. I'm excited for tomorrow night. I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm very, very excited for tomorrow. I love fantasy. It's my favorite time of year. Love drafting teams. I usually hold between like 6 and 10 teams on any given year. I've got 4 or 5 this year already. I'll have a couple more after tomorrow, and I always do one the night before the draft and the one the day of. I always, or the day of the draft, the day before the season starts, and then kickoff day. I always draft one at like 3 or 4 p.m. Do it. I've done it every year for like the last 3 or 4 years. I always like that last minute team. So yeah, you guys look at your mocks, man. Get you if you're not going to be here for the draft. Like I said, I tried to do the time as accurate as I could to help everybody. So if you can't make it here for the draft, do go through your presets and move your peeps around as you see fit. Um, as far as requests goes. Again, remember this league is deep. This is a this is probably the deepest league most of you guys are going to play in this year. We're 16 teams at 24 players a team. So we're basically going to take out 376 players out of the league. And if you recall, the league is roughly 1,800-ish players. So we're rolling over 20% of the league in our teams. So it's of the 53, not count. I mean, I didn't even figure the starters, but we're going to roll a good chunk of the starters on our team, so over half for sure. So it's a fun time. Everybody get ready. I'm excited. We'll talk a lot of smack throughout the year. I miss doing cards this year, but I'm happy that we could do. It just doesn't make sense to do cards. Now you can comparatively say, okay, we could break 3 boxes of black. So I could break like 15 cards open for you guys for the entire prize pool, or I can just hand you all a bunch of cash, and that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, everybody get paid if you haven't already. I'll start, like I said, I'll text you guys tomorrow and remind in case anybody didn't see this, or just to shoot a link to the video if you guys haven't seen it. So I'll get a group chat built for all of us. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm super freaking excited. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun time. Ready to draft, ready to play some football. We kick off Thursday night. Gonna be a good one too. What, Tampa Bay and Dallas, right? We get to see what Dak's gonna do off the rip. See if Zeke is gonna get back to form. So all of our questions will start getting answered on Thursday. So yeah, if anybody needs anything, let me know. Yeah, no breaking tonight. We'll break tomorrow. Like I said, I'll start at 8. I'm gonna try. My card shop was closed today due to Labor Day. So I will try and go tomorrow and see if I can find us some stuff to break. I ain't looking for retail crap. I'm looking for hobbies. So hopefully we'll find a hobby box or 2 to pick up that we can do while we're drafting tomorrow night. And shipping, for everything from all this weekend, I will get you guys out tomorrow. I'm out of packing peanuts currently, and I tried today, but once again, Labor Day closed. So I have to go there tomorrow morning first thing. So my plan is to take Mimsy to school once they get home tonight. I'll take her to school tomorrow, and I'll swing by and pick them up and get you guys all packed and shipped. So everybody will be on their way as of tomorrow. I'll get you guys done. So heck yeah, man. If anybody needs anything, message me. I think nobody commented, so that's cool. Like I said, this was just more of an informative video. If anybody has questions, just shoot me a text. Let me know. And otherwise, yeah, I can't wait for a fun season. It's going to be exciting. I love doing fantasy. I'm glad we get to do it again this year. Thank God Delta variant hasn't crippled us with football yet. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Everybody have a great night. Be safe tonight, guys. Have a good start to your week. Tomorrow it's a late start to the week, but luckily that means it's a shortened week. So hopefully only a 4-dayer for most of you guys. And yeah, we'll talk tomorrow night. I'll be on, like I said, 8 sharp. I'll be on. Draft starts at 9:30. So everybody be ready. Everyone have a great evening. Take care, all of you. And yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Cheers, guys.